Many consumers today aren't looking for an SUV with outstanding off-road credentials. However, this isn't stopping Lexus from building its rugged and luxurious LX. Being body on frame, the LX is a vehicle that's ready for when the going gets tough, but is a vehicle that's also suitable for an evening pulling up to the ritzy steakhouse. So, let's go ahead and take a closer look and check out this 2017 Lexus LX. Has been in this generation ever since the 2008 model year, but it got a pretty extensive refresh just a couple of years ago that added many more features that was desperately needed for this vehicle. Now, as far as styling goes for the LX, it's very aggressive and in your face with the sinister looking headlights, and then you have this big old massive front grille, and Lexus calls this their spindle grille, and they have this on all of their models. You also do have these pretty massive looking 21-inch wheels that finishes off the vehicle quite nicely. But overall, I'm a pretty big fan of the styling as it's unique and different. Now, the LX, if you didn't know, is based off of the Toyota Land Cruiser. They share the same platform with each other. However, the Lexus LX is more luxurious than the Land Cruiser. Now, here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. You have your lock unlocked, and then your power tailgate, as well as your panic alarm. Now, this color of the LX we have here is black, and you also do have smart key access on all four doors of the vehicle. You also do have these running boards right here, which helps out a lot when getting in and out of the LX. You also do have a full-on black perforated leather interior, power driver seat, power climb, power lumbar, and a power thigh extension. Alright, now stepping on inside of the LX, I really love the interior design of the LX. It's very upright, but very luxurious and lavish looking, and I love the massive head unit we get here. When you do a push button ignition, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 5.7 liter V8. You have a half leather wrapped and half wood grain steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, we have an 8-speed automatic transmission, and you also do have manual shiftability, as well as paddle shifters. When you put the vehicle into reverse, this will display your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory. You also do have a top-down view, which is nice, and you can change the different views too. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights and the fogs, as well as the hazards. Going to check out the exterior of the LX. All windows are fully automatic. Pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators, and you also do have blind spot detection. Now, the LX has been Lexus's flagship SUV ever since the mid-1990s, having the best of what they have to offer in terms of technology, luxury, and comfort. And the LX has always been a body-on-frame SUV. Now, you do have LED headlights with LED daytime running lights and LED turn signals and LED fog lights. Now, powering the LX is your only engine choice. It's a big, brawny 5.7 liter V8 that produces 383 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 403 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM, with EPA estimates being a pretty dismal 13 in the city and 18 on the highway. Fuel economy certainly can be a lot better. It's even pretty poor fuel efficiency numbers even for a full-size SUV. Competitors of the LX, you have the vehicles in the full-size luxury SUV class. This includes the likes of the Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, Infiniti QX80, and you also do have the Land Rover Range Rover. Total vehicle price for the LX, you're looking at $99,408, one of the most expensive vehicles in the Lexus model lineup. Final assembly point, Japan. And EPA estimates 13 in the city and 18 on the highway, like I said. Government 5-star safety ratings hasn't been rated yet. On the top, you also do have crossbars, shark fin antenna, And coming to the rear, LED taillights with LED turn signal indicators, rear window wiper, wish it was hidden, and then you also do have rear parking sensors and rear reflectors. All of your basic powered accessories, power windows, door locks, power mirrors, and they also do power fold, and your memory seat settings for 3 people. Interior quality in the LX is superb. It's impeccable in its build quality. It's what you would expect out of a full-size luxury SUV. Plenty of soft touch materials abound everywhere inside of this interior, and there's no panel gaps or anything of that nature. And the interior trim and pieces feel very sturdy inside of here. They feel very tight in terms of build quality, and the interior quality of the LX is one of the best in the full-size luxury SUV class. It certainly has a feeling of solidity inside of here. Now, coming to the steering wheel design, love the steering wheel here. This is Lexus's newer steering wheel design language. And you do have your steering wheel mounted audio controls and your Bluetooth phone controls, as well as your voice recognition. Over here, you will find your controls for the information center. And then you have your lane departure warning, as well as your forward collision alert, too. Down here you will find dual cup holders, your electronic parking brake, and your main controller for the Lexus M-Form system, which I'll get to in just a minute. And you have your 3-stage heated and ventilated front seats that are automatic, your heated steering wheel, and then we have your traction control off button, your center differential locking, then you have your crawl control for your 4-wheel drive system, and your different driver selectable modes for your sports mode, your comfort mode, then you also do have your normal. Now the comfort is for everyday use, and then you have your sports mode, which changes the throttle response a little bit and then tightens up the steering as well. And then you also do have your 4-wheel drive select, and you can lower and raise the vehicle too. Coming to the center console, you do have a cool box in here. It does take a little bit up of the center console storage, but it's really nice that you have a cool box. Some vehicles don't have that. And then the center console lid is all soft touch and stitch, which is nice. Up here you will have your auto dimming rearview mirror, garage home link, sunglass container, and your sunroof. Your sunroof controls. The seats in the LX are also quite nice. They're the traditional kind of Lexus seats of being very plush and soft and very comfortable. And thigh support is also excellent. I really do like how we do have the thigh extension, and it is powered, which is nice. Overall, if you're taking a long road trip in this vehicle, you certainly won't be disappointed at these, as these seats are very comfortable and great for long road trips. You have your glove box compartment. Visibility in the LX is pretty good. There's lots of glass area all around, and the mirrors on the outside are pretty large. And seeing out the windshield is pretty easy. However, the head unit can get a little in the way at times. Now, coming down here, we do have dual zone automatic climate control. You have your temperatures on the sides right here, your fan speeds, front window defroster, rear window defroster, and you have your climate concierge, which is nice. And then you also do have your different zones too. Coming to the head unit in the main infotainment system, this is the Lexus M-Form system, and it's controlled by the mouse-like controller down here. Now, coming to the main menu, you can access this main menu anytime you would like by pressing on the menu button right here. Now, the Lexus M-Form system with the mouse-like controller can be a little distracting to use at times. I really do miss the touchscreens that they used to have a couple of years ago for Lexus vehicles. And you can enter in your destination for the navigation by manually putting in the address or your points of interest or your destination assist, which you could call a live person and they'll give you directions, and then you have your previous destinations. Coming to your map, the map quality is okay. I mean, it does what it needs to do, and it's pretty crisp and clear, but there's nothing too out of the ordinary here. Don't expect to find 3D rendering of buildings or a Google Earth-like type view like how Mercedes, Audi, and BMWs offer. But it's just a very simple kind of navigation system. You also have live traffic, and it shows you your points of interest. Coming to your different audio sources, you do have all the norm here. AM, FM, XM satellite radio, and HD radio, as well as Bluetooth streaming audio, your auxiliary input, and a USB port with iPod integration. Over here you also do have your phone. You can hook up your Bluetooth phone, have all of your contacts stored on here, and your Lexus app suite, which you can access various apps such as iHeartRadio and Pandora. Then you have your info, gives you your fuel consumption, and gives you a little bar graph for the fuel consumption. Then you have your traffic incidents, weather, Lexus Insider, and your vehicle alert history. Overall, the Lexus Inform system is an okay head unit. It just can be pretty distracting to use at times, and they really need to update the navigation system. Now, coming to the gauges in the instrument cluster, it's a fairly traditional setup of the gauges, but you do have your oil pressure, coolant temperature, tachometer, and on the right you do have your battery voltage, fuel gauge, and your speedometer. In the center, it shows all of your vehicle information, such as your fuel economy data, and then it also shows you your fuel range, eco indicator, your digital speedometer, and then your exterior temperature readout, as well as your sway warning. And over here, it shows you your direction of travel, your audio source, which audio source is playing, which radio station is playing, and it shows you what safety technologies are on or off, and then your warning messages, and there's many different settings that you could change here. And then right here you do have your automatic high beams, then your rain sensing windshield wipers, which is pretty cool, and then you have your heads up display, and then it shows you a digital speedometer. Now, even though the LX is based off of a truck and it has pretty rugged underpinnings, the LX actually rides really smoothly and comfortably. It's very quiet at all speeds, especially at highway speeds. But the LX is a pretty comfortable highway cruiser, and it soaks up road bumps fairly well. It's not what you would expect from a truck-based SUV. And the handling characteristics, even though it's not the LX's expertise, it's better than some other full-size SUVs I've tested out. And the turning radius isn't too bad on this vehicle. But overall, if you're looking for a truck-based SUV that rides really smoothly and is quiet and comfortable, the LX will certainly not disappoint. But if you're also looking for great off-road capabilities, the LX will certainly not disappoint in that aspect either. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and shut down the LX. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Materials and build quality do follow through in the rear. Still plenty of stitching and plenty of soft touch materials. You also do have a rear manual sunshade. And what's nice about the LX is that you can pull this seat forward and it's powered. And to get into the second row, it's a pretty easy mechanism. Just pull on this lever right here, pull the seat up, and then just hop right in. However, be careful if you have the rear seat DVD entertainment system. The seat can hit it. Now, sitting back here in the LX, there's plenty of legroom and plenty of headroom. You will find your LED map lights and your rear DVD entertainment system. You also do have heated and ventilated rear seats, as well as automatic climate control back here. And right here you will find your HDMI input and your auxiliary input for your DVD entertainment system. It's very luxurious back here and a very comfortable experience. And you also do have rear adjustable headrests. Alright. Now, sitting in the third row, the floor gets pretty high back here, so my knees come all the way up like this. But it can be a little bit of a problem. I certainly recommend only small children sitting back here. If you are a small adult, you may be able to fit back here. But there's an okay amount of legroom, and the headroom isn't too bad. It's just that my knees come up pretty far. Alright. What's nice about the LX is that you also do have a split tailgate. So if you ever want to have a little tailgate party, you can do that with the LX here. And then back here, there's an okay amount of cargo space, but it's certainly not as good as some others in the full-size luxury SUV class. But the seats for the third row, they come up like this, and that's unusual for any crossover or any SUV. But the second row seats, they do go up like that, and when you put all the seats up, there's an okay amount of cargo space, but it certainly can be a lot better. It would be much easier if Lexus just made the seats go in to the floor. Full powered passenger seat with power recline and power lumbar. So with its comfortable road manners, great off-road capabilities, and its unique styling, the 2017 Lexus LX is a pretty good choice for a full-size luxury SUV, especially if you're looking for one with great off-road credentials. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.